Alright everybody, we are going to build a quick and easy self-mining rig for your base. Here it's going to be on ice to collect ice. It's going to pretty much be what we did here. So you can see this whole thing dug it out and all the pistons actually did everything on its own. So now it's actually collecting stone. So it's already through all the ice. We're going to set it up to do that. Show you a quick easy way to set that up. So we're just, and I'm in creative for now, just to speed things up. We're going to go up a few here, and then we're going to just come in so we can have that. And I'll show that in a little bit why I did that. And if you're building in survival, it's good just to put a small cargo unit or connector so you can collect your materials and not have to fly all the way back to base. I'm going to go up 12. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, well, just right. So then I'm going to come here with an angle, and you could do this in the square too, it's just as easy. And then we're going to come in here with a hinge, and we're going to have it side to side. No problem there. So then I'm just going to make a little platform here so I can work on. So, and a mist. Sometimes it's always good to give yourself a little more braces to the ground just in case something breaks off, then it doesn't topple the whole thing and you have something to build off of. Just always a handy thing. I've had a few bases blow up over the years, so it's always handy. So there's that for us. Let's finish building the rig itself. So we're going to come in with another 90 and come in here and then go 8 to, we're going to do 1, 2, and 3 pistons. Okay, so we're going to just come in and call this one ice piston 1A just to keep it simple. While we're in there, we are also going to change our max distance to 0, and we're going to click reverse once. So right now, then if that distance changes, it would extend. So same thing, we're going to go 2 and A, and then we're going to go max distance to 0 and click reverse. One more, same thing, 3 space A, max distance, reverse. Okay, so now that's set up. All our pistons, we won't have to change again. One thing that is nice is if we can name our hinge, but we should be able to find that one pretty easy. So we're going to come in here and put on our mining rig, and we're just going to, now here we want to go, since the hinge is centered, we're going to have to, and missed it. Get rid of that, and come out here, and we only need to do, let's do one more. Okay. Yeah, you get too many out there, and it gets a little messed up. So we're going to come in here. We're going to find all our drills that are white, and hold Control and click each one, and then we're just going to turn them on. So, and we could do this pretty simply as click, 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 so we don't have to do this again. So we can put it on our controller later. Is drills A. Just keep it simple. Everything's going to be on alpha. I'm going to toggle it off for now. Okay, so now our drills are on that. We do need to find our hinge. So let's see if we can find that hinge. And we're just going to type in HIN. And we've got a few different hinges. So let's see if any of them are at the angle. This might be and 0 and 0. So this might be our hinge. That angle 0. So there's no angle to it. And we're just going to click for velocity a little bit. Oh, look, we're moving. So right away we're going to change this to hinge A kilo rig. Just keep it simple. So that's our hinge there. That's not a bad speed for it. So we're just going to leave that alone. Don't want to get too crazy. Don't want it flopping back and forth. Things break, things fall apart. So there's that. Now we're going to come in here and we're going to grab this program block with all the plus signs on it, and we're going to come in, and I really like the new stuff, but just going to use a timer block in here so everybody knows the look of it. We're going to come in here, and this is going to be a rig hinge, and this is going to, well, we're going to delay it. Maybe we'll have to test that out, but we want it to every 2 minutes. Give it 2 minutes. And what we're going to do is we're going to go into setup actions, and we're going to go to hinge, and we are going to find hinge, the block, timer block we just made, and we're going to click start, and then we're going to find our hinge, drill rig A, and we're just going to go to reverse. Okay, so there, that is that setup. So if we click this to start and click that, just click start, it's going to start its timer. So every 2 minutes it's going to, because it's got the timer block as another item, it's just going to continually loop itself, so it'll continually start itself back up. That's pretty important, otherwise that won't move again for you. So that's all set up, so that means our hinge every 2 minutes will flop from one side to the other side, and then back every 2 minutes. And we can adjust that time. That's not important right now to get it perfect, and it can sit there for a little bit and then go back. You're going to get a lot of ice each plunge. So now we're going to come in here, and we are going to, we still have that block up. So now we're going to come in here and put this block down, and we're going to put, actually we're going to put 3 of them in, and then I'm going to put a, just to help the look of it, is there's our event controller, which is a very handy thing for this, and I would put one more right there. So that way, all the blocks that we need are set up. So we're going to come in here, and we're going to go piston 1, piston A1, especially if you have a larger base, that's going to be important. Setup actions, and we are going to find piston, and we're going to find our piston A1, and we're going to put it here, and we're going to increase maximum distance. That's what we want this to do, because we change that maximum distance on each piston. So we're going to click that, allow that, go back to here, and with this timer, we're going to come in and we're going to set up our actions, which is we got our increase maximum distance, and then we're going to go, let's go timer. We're going to find timer, this block, and we're going to go to timer piston A1, and we're going to get it to start. And then we're going to escape, and we're going to change this to about, let's go 3.5. Let's go 4 minutes. That's fine. We can always adjust it, and it's not a big thing because we're a step away. And actually, this one we're going to start, because what's going to happen is every time that hits 4 minutes, this thing is going to drop. So we're going to go ahead and turn on our drills. Drill A, or just turn that on, and everything should be good to go. Now we want to set up so that the next 2 pistons will work. So we're going to come in here and do the same thing for piston 2. We're going to find piston A2. We're going to do increase maximum distance, and then we're going to find, we got to change this one to piston A2, and now we can get that timer in there. So piston, and then we need piston A2, and then we're going to go start, and then that one is ready to go. Oh no, we got to change that time, go way up to the 4, and that can be reduced again. And now we're going to go to, I call this usually phase 2, because phase 1 is just starting the first piston. This is phase 2, and we're going to go A. So we know where it is. We're going to come here, and we're going to change this to piston position, and we're going to max that all the way out, and then we're going to find our A, and this is the one that's going to control what happens. So we want that one to decide when this event controller works, and we're going to tell it what to do when that happens. So in piston, or no, yeah, we can do piston, and we're going to find our timer block up first, piston 2, and we're going to put that to start. So when this, what's going to happen was when this one makes that first piston get to 100% extended, then that's going to trigger this event block to start this timer, which will start extending the second block. And then we just do the same thing for this one. So we change this to piston A3. Let's go ahead and change our time first this time, and then set up actions, and then we're going to go find piston, and we're going to, we got piston A3, and that's going to start, because if you do trigger now, it's not going to do that count timer, so you definitely want to do start instead of trigger now. And then we're going to find piston 3, and that's going to increase maximum distance. And then we're going to make that one start through phase 3. So this is phase 3, A. And again, we're going to go find piston, and we're going to make it go threshold 100%, and then we're going to want our second piston to be the controller for the third piston. So that's going to set up, and we go here, piston, we find our timer block for piston 3, and we're going to do a start, and that's it. That is actually everything to do. So now this whole system will control itself all the way down till all 3 are extended. Now, you see how there's a gap right here? We're far away yet. So we can come in here to the first one, as I'm not going to screw anything up, and we can kind of extend that a little. Just get it a head start. And looks like we can do a little more. Don't want to get too much, because if it gets in there too deep, then it is going to bind up and not dig fast enough and break everything apart. So that is pretty much everything for just a quick mining setup. Very quick, easy. You can do one with a rotor where it spins a whole 360. I actually find this more stable and still getting plenty of material. And if you can see what I did to this one after I did that little area, I just added an extension onto it and did a bigger area. Next time I'll probably come out and then add the hinge, or I can just, it just depends how stable it is that you want to bring it out further. But like this one is to an extent, and now we're even getting some stone to refine, but we probably have